all these clones, we the original.
You know, yeah. Some people late at nights on Fridays, they be basically, you know, out and about doing their thing. But we up late at night, masterminding, coming up with the new culture, the new temperature, you know. Being innovative as much as possible. So you wondering what I doing in this space right here? And you wondering, okay, what does this guy have up to his sleeve today? But you know, we make it do what it do. Yeah, see. Welcome to ErrytingKool.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
The tourists come over to chill on the beach, but they don't come over the hill where we sleep. We got nightmares and they got fantasies. No sanity, it's just insanity. My mommy hoping nothing happens to me.
So, like, the first question I always like to ask, how do we start the podcast? How do we start it? You know what it is? It's your boy, Lord Jalen Willard, the sage, Mr. Kool Fresh, also known as Saint Anton Alexander, the Negus of Nassau, coming to you again with another episode of ErrytingKool. And we got some guests in the building. We in a different location this time. Obviously, you know, we upgraded, you know. See, they saying, yeah. So, we got guests on the left. We got guests on the right. We going to go to you first. Well, actually, let's go ladies first. Introduce yourself.
Hey, everyone. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Do better. Come on. Get your thing together now.
Uh-huh.
Hey, guys. My name is Elteshe Williams.
Elteshe Williams.
Yeah.
All right. And next.
Thing going on.
So funny. What happened?
Mr. DeVoe, you're next.
Yes. So, my real name is Dwayne DeVoe.
Your real name is Dwayne DeVoe. And what's your
Stage name? Just DeVoe.
DeVoe. All right. He tried to keep it simple. And sir, to the right of me.
Yo. It's Nico in the cut.
It's Nico in the cut.
My real name, Nico Cartwright.
Nico Cartwright.
Yeah.
Interesting. And usually you only see 4 people when there's 4 mics, but we got a ghost in the building tonight.
How'd go? You already know who it is.
And we got Marco in the back.
You wasn't supposed to say, bro.
Oh, okay.
You already know who.
It's kind of too late now.
Yeah.
Way too late.
Well, my bad. So, you
You're
know,
supposed to already know.
Mark's playing Parks tonight, so you know we're gonna get into the show. So before we start any show, we always like to do, you know, the Bahamian word, phrase, or saying of the day, and we're gonna leave that to y'all.
To us.
Yeah, what is the Bahamian word, phrase, or saying of the day? Anybody?
You Nico? What did you say?
Tingham.
Tingham. So the Bahamian word, phrase, or saying is Tingham. So what does Tingham mean?
Buddy?
Tingham?
Yeah.
Never had go Tingham in the bush.
Tingham in the bush ain't got no name.
I feel like Tingham means Eddie and everything.
Yeah.
Eddie and every.
Shit, they saying this guy you was a lot too.
Yeah. So the word of the day is Tingham. So we are here at. Hold on. Would you have a name for the studio?
Yeah, Set Sound.
Set Sound Studio. We live in the studio. Them boys at ErrytingKool level up. We finally, you know, get into a real studio, and I'm here, you know, sitting across from me. We have several musical artists. I remember meeting this guy right here on the left of me. It was many years ago, It was like at a talent show. I was in art school, and I think you was performing a Drake song or something, a cover.
From time.
It was from there, right?
From time, yeah.
And like everybody just was sitting down, and I was like, "Oh, this way." Okay, he be aiming too, and then I think Kristen was like, "Yeah, but my cousin, go to San Francisco." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So like flash forward, I came back home and was trying to network and take over as much as possible. So that's how we reconnected.
Yeah.
And then we did some marvelous things. I will push the little B-roll over this video radio. What we've done in the past as well as during the commercial break. So now we here. So I would like to ask all of y'all, you could go first, my friend. What is it like to be an artist? Oh, like what was your early music inspiration that got you into doing music full time and not like take it as a joke? And then y'all two can answer that afterwards.
All right, but from young, I always knew I wanted to do music. Something I always like. From young, I used to listen to music a lot. I grew up around music. I grew up knowing people used to do music. And so me seeing that inspired me to do it.
Okay. So you talking about people locally or you talking about internationally?
Locally and internationally. Because like I had people like within my family
Okay.
who used to do music.
So they was like traditional maining or more so like urban contemporary or
They did like a variety of music.
okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They do like just like we say urban or like they do traditional music.
All right. Dwayne?
All right. Well, I feel like I always been into music. Like growing up, I always was interested in like playing instruments. I was always interested in singing. Couldn't sing, but I wanted to.
But don't you be singing on the tracks what you be making up?
Well, I can sing now. I can sing now. But yeah, like growing up, I used to watch a lot of like Michael Jackson, Usher, had like Chris Brown, Bobby Valentino, Marion. Like I used to listen to like those dudes, and that's what I grew up on. Then my big brother, he does music too. So I used to be with him when he was in this group called Archetype Affinity. It was with him and Sketch and a few other people.
Okay.
That was about the time when My Candidate came out.
Yeah, so that's like around like 08, 09?
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
actually was still in school then.
Yeah, that was like around that time. Like I remember that. So okay.
I remember back then I used to be like, yo, I want to do music too. I want to write songs. I want to sing. And he'd be like, oh, you got to wait till you graduate. And then we probably could put you on something. And then once I graduated, like, I just took off from there because it's just what I wanted to do.
Interesting. Elteshe,
Whew. Yeah.
you sound like you was singing straight out the womb. Like
Oh
you
my
come
goodness.
out the womb as a songbird.
It seems that way, right? But no, it really wasn't. In all honesty, I actually just started to learn how to sing since I was 12. I taught myself how to sing. And not only that, I was in and out of like church choirs. But when my early inspiration, honestly, this is going to be probably very, very weird. And you're going to ask me like, who is this person right now? But my mom always used to listen to like old music, sometimes gospel music, but then she loved the Brandy and Monica.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
boy is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, like every morning I hearing that. But it was always this one song that she used to play in the car on the way to school. It's Carrie Underwood, Jesus Take the Wheel. From then I was like, okay, let me try, Jesus Take. And then ever since then I was like, okay, maybe I want to sing. But when I was 12, when I heard about Frank Ocean.
Hold on. You was 12 when you heard about Frank Ocean?
Yes. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Because
Yeah.
I just was thinking, I was like, hold on. Right, all the way.
I wasn't into music like that type of music. I was more into like Keith Sweat. I was more into what's the guy's name? Luther Vandross. Like people like that. That's the type of people that my mom used to listen to. So ever since then, I always was listening to like olden R&B,
Interesting.
and I just kept doing it ever since.
So, like, how did y'all, like, actually, obviously, y'all two are siblings, but how did y'all, like, come together as a collective to say, okay, we're gonna, this is our introduction into the Bahamian music industry, and start to become a part of the scene?
Funny story about
Very
that,
funny.
right? I feel like I went to school or whatever.
Yeah.
When I came back, I hit up LT like, yo, we should get in the studio. Yeah, man. It never happened. And like,
Essen.
yo, after like maybe a year or two, like she decided to jump on board, and like she was like, oh, I want to do it. And she came through. Like, she's an amazing singer. Like, you'd want her on a track.
So how you wound up with these two over here?
I think about that one time, but I finally, like I said, when I finally started getting it, they're taking it more serious. I started looking around for a studio, so I ended up getting in contact with doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And see, so our first date,
Yeah.
we ended up recording some moves, and that was the first time we was not. So after that, we just clicked.
Yeah.
Just going from there.
It literally was like that. Like, we literally just clicked. Like, he came in and like he
Mike?
did it. He came in, he did his thing, and it was like good music.
Mm-hmm.
And like I believe in like feeling people energy out.
Yeah.
And like it was like he had good energy, you know what I mean? So it was just one of those things. And then we had like a little team, and everybody decided like we should put him on the team. And from since then, it was that's just what it was.
Yeah. I mean, that's how organically how things happen a lot of times, because that's how me and Marco met. Like, ironically, like we was at it was like some
Entrepreneurship Expo.
and he just was like, bro, all right, what you be doing? Could I join or like come on set and help you out? And I say, all right, let's ride.
That was it.
That was it. Like, that's just how it happened. Because it's like, all right, trying to do X, Y, and Z. You need the help, or you trying to just connect just to have community. So it's like, all right, you find like-minded people who are on the same vibration type run as you on, and then kindred spirits gather together, and then you just come together to make something bigger. That's how a lot of like creative like movements happen all the time, whether it be like painting, music, film.
Positive energy, that's all it is.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
I feel like that's exactly how it was for us, because like I'll say like I have a number of friends and and a bunch of different groups, but like our group,
Yeah.
like that's the most comfortable group that I have. Like, I know once I'm around these people, like I good. Like we could talk, we could chill, we could get work done, we could write brilliant stuff. Like, that's just the way it is.
Real.
Foolishness all day.
So like, how do y'all I'm not a musical artist. So what's the first steps on how to craft a song? Or what's the first idea or anything like that? Like, what do you think? How do you conceive a song? Is, everybody likes to pretend that they're a musician or whether it be a vocal artist or whatever, and be like, but then when I sit down and think about it, like, I'm like, after a while, I lose motivation in trying to craft a song, or lose inspiration to, okay, what new idea I could express over these keys or these melodies or things like that. So, how do you, what's your creative process?
Well, me personally, I just more so go off of the instrumental, the beat that I hear. So I go off of the feeling. If this beat making me feel emotional, I'll go off of either a past situation or probably a situation that is relatable to a friend of mine, a family member, or just, as I say, past experience. So it all depends on the instrumental. And from then, I just get my topic and I just keep going. It's only up to you to keep that motivation. If you don't have the drive, I love music. I have the drive to do it. If you don't have that drive to just keep pushing and you just lose or give up on that one song, then what's the point of you actually wanting to be an artist?
That's true. That's true.
So that's your similar process?
No, but I mean, I have something to say to add on to that.
Okay.
Like, it could be different ways. That's one way. But also sometimes it is switching for me, because sometimes like I gotta go with like the mood, like she said. But like sometimes I go off the beat, the instrumental, and sometimes I just come up with some in my head. Sometimes I just start writing, and then I find the beat and put a flow to that. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I listen to a beat and come up with a flow in my head, and lyrics just start flowing. Right? So it's different ways it could be done too.
I feel that. So what's your thought process? Because you like to be like super melodic and like I don't know if y'all notice. If y'all been listening to Dwayne music, it's a lot about love and almost uncharted love. It ain't no straight up love. There's always some scenario to where you doing things which you ain't supposed to be doing.
Deep.
That's actually how it is, right?
You gotta be different, eh?
Yeah.
You know what?
So
I feel like everybody can sing about love, right?
yeah.
And I can always talk about how I love someone, but I feel like I kind of want to make music that, like, I'm a Pisces. I'm a dreamer. I have this wide. I feel like I have this big imagination, right? And even more than my imagination, I have crazy experiences, right?
Yeah.
And I like to put them together. So I believe in like forbidden love. Like I kind of forbidden love is kind of like a regular love is cool too. Like, you know, you find you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or wife, and that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But there's something about forbidden love that you know you shouldn't.
Be doing.
Yeah,
you know?
but you do it anyway. It's something. It's like no risk, no reward kind of thing.
It's the thrill of the hunt.
Gotta open the box.
Yeah. You open Pandora's box, you know?
I try to keep that thing open. You like, it's just it's just my thing. And then a lot of my songs, like in the beginning, I never actually used to like listen to a beat or instrumental. Like I'd just hear a melody in my head, and I'd like write a song, and then I'd go and I'd try to find someone to like construct a beat for me. But that's expensive and difficult sometimes when you don't have the actual resources. So like now I could listen to a beat and write something, but most of the time it's not like I don't have like an actual structure to how I do it. It kind of goes off how I feel. So like if I wait, like I'll be driving home from the studio after like a bad session, and on the way I'll be thinking about something, and then I hear something in my head, and I just start like writing just like that, and I come up with something brilliant.
Is there such thing as a bad session?
You can have bad sessions.
Yeah.
What?
Like how could you have a bad session though?
But then I
Listen.
feel like it's a craft, so you gotta build on it. So
Yeah.
I see why you would say that.
Yeah, like
You'd have certain things you would actually want to do, and it's like, oh, I can't do this right now because I want to focus on this, and then you just leave, and you're like, okay, I have to go wait until the other day to come and do this. It's like, no, I wanted to finish it tonight.
but you don't think that's a part of just the creative process? Because it's
Yes.
like you might have to
Yes, I
start
know.
because like you might have some fragments or something, and
Everything
then
happened for a reason.
yeah,
Look at it that way.
And then when you just want it to be done, it ain't happened. It's a
Just wanna
problem.
Put that work ethic in.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get it done, you know. Sometimes
like
you,
that, though.
yeah, like you'd come in there, you'd get it done. But when you listen back, you'd feel like,
Oh,
oh,
freeze! I should have changed
I
this.
could have do this, or I could have do
Yes.
that. Or you might come inside, you might sit down the whole time and just not get nothing done. Your voice might just like, there's
Sound
so much
different.
different things that can
Yeah.
happen. And you walk out and you have a bad
Sometimes you
session.
over your words and all.
Yeah.
And didn't notice right there and then.
I have dudes who come in and they be like, oh man, yo, this fire. I love what we done today. Then they jump in their car and then we about to be like, bro,
Yeah.
I feel like we should have done this. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, it is what it is.
That's literally our conversation after.
It's a process because you get better at it. And you look at the work that you put out, then you could back that up. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like studio sessions are about vibes.
All about vibes. You can't come in the studio with bad vibes.
No.
You won't get anything done.
No.
You need to always be positive. Even if you came in negative, by the time as you reach that door,
Yeah.
you better have a smile on your face and it better be genuine because we're getting work done.
Okay, so how long does it normally take y'all to make a song? Like, what's y'all crafting process? Because, like, you always hear artists. Yeah, like, maybe, okay, let's say making an album and it's like, okay, it's themed like this, but it might take me like 2 years to make because it's just like, different inspirations. Or I might let's say I make 50 songs, but I can cut it down to 12 to, like, make this project. Yeah, so it's like, what's your crafting process?
I would be honest with that. I can be real with you. I go, wait, I take this serious. So like, at the same time, I ain't looking to rush this. I
Yeah.
don't even put in my head or my mind to rush it. You see this shit?
Yeah.
It's my craft.
Mm.
So when they put this out, I want to speak quality.
Mm.
I want to the last.
Yeah.
See, they saying not just be this regular rock or this regular singing or this regular stuff for going on.
Yeah.
See, they saying one of the last. So that's what they looking at. So, but like time span, recording, it depends. It could take an hour, and sometimes it could take more. Sometimes
Yeah.
it could take days.
Yeah.
See, they saying, but just you splitting up the time and then you work at it. Then sometimes certain times it get cut up. You can't be in too long. It's not. See, they saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was I know we was I remember Lil Wayne once said like, you know, like these niggas think they singers, man. Like you going in the studio recording one song
Yeah.
in
I need
4
a
days.
beat. I need a producer.
Just, I need this. I need a situation.
Who gonna be on the hook?
Who gonna be on the hook? Like just going in there with clips.
I don't know.
Album clips. So
Sometimes you will love certain stuff already planned out.
mm,
Like I said, it be different times.
yeah.
Every situation will be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree because I don't ever really go in there with like a game plan, like, oh, this is exactly how we're gonna do it. Because I feel like if I structure myself too much, then the authenticness won't be
Yeah,
able
you won't
to.
be able to flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just not really like a process.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it is a vibe. Honestly, if you go inside the studio and like you go in there, even if you depressed,
Yeah.
then like the group will be depressed together. We'll talk about it and then we'll go from depressed to
All
happiness.
right.
Yeah.
Because that could be like some beauty and sadness, and you go in there and like we vibe,
Mm.
and then we get to 100, and then we just do what we gotta do. But sometimes you have people who just come in and they just have like bad vibes, like the session just go bad, like there's nothing you could do about it. I'd be sitting there spinning in the chair like, damn.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
It do be rough.
Waste of
okay,
time.
so people actually come. Okay, you trying to record a song, and you come to the studio not trying to work. Or
Hell yeah, they'll waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that don't make sense to me. But then it's at the end of the day, I guess you getting paid for the session.
There's
So-
people who's go to the gym and don't work out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they go in there.
It
and
be
talk.
like that.
Gym and don't
It
work
be
out.
like that.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
a good analogy. To go to the gym and don't work out. But yeah. But so okay, so after you craft, okay, so how do y'all see yourselves in this landscape in the Bahamas, making the kind of music that y'all make and trying to what's the I guess what's your ultimate goal per se when you craft a song and you put it out to the public?
Who started me? You. Okay.
I ask them tough questions, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like when I put out a song, regardless of what it is, I want people to be able to just enjoy my music.
Mhm.
Like a lot of my songs do talk about love. I have other songs too that talk about like my own hardships or the way that I think. And I feel like it's good to put things out so people can know that they ain't the only person kind of going through it.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to be an influence, and I always said I want to help people, right? When I was younger, I thought maybe if I become a doctor, I could help people, but you can help people in different ways.
Yeah.
It don't have to be, you know. And so I want to put my music out because I want people to like hear it and be able to like resonate with it and hit me back and be like, yo, I feel what you're saying. I was thinking about doing this, but I ain't gonna do this, or you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, music can be like a medicine.
Heal their soul.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. To me, honestly, I would when I put out my music, see, I go from different ways. I go off of feeling, as I say before. I go off of what I feel. If I feel like I should be selfish, I write a song about being selfish. You know what I mean? But I just want to put out songs that I think that everybody relates to, or at least most people. And to grasp that type of attention, once I grasp that, then I can go on to something else even more deeper. So I go off of the feedback from the audience that hear my music. And once I do that, then I'll be able to flow into what I actually want to flow into, up, down, back up.
Have y'all performed, like any of y'all performed locally yet?
Yes.
Where exactly?
Well, as it relates to the song, that is, I don't know. I don't think so. But I did the Mavs Summer Festival in 2016.
The what?
Mavs Summer Festival in
Oh, okay,
2016.
okay. That was a while, but that's before I came back home.
Yeah, I that was actually my first like big performance.
Okay.
How did it went?
It went really well, but it was a recent performance that I did in January at work. It was World Travel Awards,
Okay.
the 25th World Travel Awards at Sandals. So it was like people from all over the world coming over, different type of people from Sandals resorts and all that stuff. So, and that was a big paid event, like huge. It was live.
Oh, so you got paid for that?
Yeah, that was my first paid event.
Okay, that's dope. I know you was there, Albie. You was like,
I was more excited at the fact to be there and to let them allow me to come there and do that. Like me, little rookie me, come on.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel.
Fresh on the scene type thing.
yeah, because I feel like, as we live in this new digital age, I see we're going through a little bit of a creative renaissance right now, to where you seeing Bahamians or from all walks of life are doing every genre of music. Like no matter if it's hip hop, pop, soca, dancehall, whatever, like jazz, blues, country music. Like you could find a Bahamian that does one of those genres, like no matter what is rock or whatever. And it's like, there's more outlets, I would say, locally here for people to showcase their talent than it was, let's say, 10 years ago.
Definitely.
Because this was like, when I came back, coming from Atlanta, and like I went to A3C Festival like 2014, and like being on the scene and moving around the city and seeing, all right, yeah, this might be like a super huge like urban hip hop hub, but then it's like the different genres have their little spots around the city or whatever. And then coming back to Nassau and seeing, okay, they starting to get it. Because it's like, all right, we starting to have this showcase for artists to do their music at a Smugglers or at a Studio Cafe. Or when, decided whether it be Sound Waves or Mavs or like, the Ministry of Tourism doing something in collaboration with somebody. They having showcases for artists, get that performance in. You have it in areas where tourists frequent, like we have 4 million tourists come to this country per year, so that's 4 million eyes that you could capture. 4 million fans you could possibly have.
Right.
Yeah.
So and you get a chance to perform your art, or showcase your art. So like I like the trajectory where things are trending.
The thing is, right, when I was living in England, it was kind of like that as well. Like, when you go out to parties here, it's more DJ based. Like, everybody want to DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, when I was in England, like, they had, like, a circuit. Like, if you had clubs and parties, everyone had, like, live bands. And they had, like, performers.
Yeah, it's even more live bands now. Like, younger live bands.
Yeah.
Or it's levels in the club.
Yeah.
Like it'll have like the DJ area maybe on one floor. They have a live band maybe in the basement or something like that. And then maybe like a club scene somewhere else.
I feel like I'd love to adopt that here.
Yeah.
Having more live music because...
but I think they're doing a decent job with it. I mean, it's always room for improvement, but I think it's getting there.
I kind of like how Bahamians are opening up too, like you was talking about earlier, to different genres of music.
Yeah.
Because, like, me getting into music ain't for, like, the money. Like, everybody want that aspect of it too, but I just love music. I feel like you should do what you love. And so, like, I love all genres of music.
Same.
Yeah, like, I could listen to a country song. I could listen to a Japanese song.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Just, it's whatever. Like, I just like good music.
Yeah.
It's that simple. And I like how Bahamians starting to get into it. People starting to, like, show their own uniqueness.
Yeah.
And everything don't sound super... Like, everybody don't sound the same anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People trying.
that's-
Like,
that's
they really
right.
trying to do their own thing now.
Comes with versatility.
Yeah.
Gotta try to be versatile now.
Yeah, but like that's why I call it the Renaissance, because it's like so many different people, individuals, groups peaking at the same time. Like we haven't had this type of feeling since like, let's say the 70s, 80s.
I kind of
Like in the Bahamas.
I like it though because there's so much talent in the Bahamas now.
Yeah.
And I feel like this generation that's coming up, they ain't as I feel like the older generation before us, those ones kind of suffer a bit from. I feel like the black crab thing, like they kind of want to do it on their own. Everybody want to be the first, but like this generation now, like they listen to each other's music and everybody kind of raps everybody and it's
Support.
Collaboration over competition.
Yep, and that's what it should be about because it's music. I feel like I almost look at it like one big highway and everybody have their own lane. There's no reason why you can't like my music. I like his music.
Or all us can't be in the studio at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bouncing ideas off each other.
Like we doing
You
now.
around the world for everyone. You see they saying? Just come together.
Yeah.
5 million people can like your music and the same 5 can like mine. There's no, and I feel like everyone look at it like it's a competition, but it really ain't. It's
It
just
really
you.
don't have to be.
No.
Don't have to be at
But
all.
at the same time, if you focus on yourself mentally and try to get that.
Yeah.
shit,
So okay, so we're about to take a quick break. Please listen attentively to our commercial break. Enjoy the visuals before we come back, and then we're gonna have everything cool on the next side of everything cool. Yeah, see.
Everything cool.
Hi, this is your favorite Zaddy, Lord Jalen Willard from ErrytingKool, and this episode is sponsored by nobody. If you would like to sponsor an episode of ErrytingKool, feel free to email us at theoriginalpeoplenetwork@gmail.com, or you can slide in our DMs on Instagram at The Original People Network or on Facebook, The Original People Network. Now back to your scheduled programming.
It's yes, y'all. It's yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's your boy J. Will the Sage, Mr. Cool Fresh, coming again, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If you surprised at me going off, you need to be my boy Kool.
I read.
Yeah, he's be doing a lot.
Like even like, ladies and gentlemen, it's bomb, don't you do it?
You gotta let us try it.
What?
All of us gotta try it.
What?
The little intro thing?
Yeah, but I wanna try an intro, bro.
All right, right?
Well, you go first then.
It's the guest thing.
It's the guessing. Y'all go ahead.
Go first.
you.
You.
Bring it
Yeah,
up.
well, you did request a vibe, so it's only
Don't
right.
mind me. I rock my 3 sword style now, right now. So
Don't even judge me for this.
Go on. Yeah.
Right now, you tuning in to your boy, Devote, on the Midnight Mix.
The midnight mix.
On the midnight mix.
That's the best I got. I can't
That
do
sound-
it. Hold on, no. I
that's-
want you to do it again, and I can try to follow it.
All right. So we intro number 2. You know, His Grace. He descended down from Mount Zion. He raises hell, but bring down heaven. Saint Anton Alexander, Lord Jalen Willard, the Negus of Nassau. Coming to you again on another episode of ErrytingKool Part 2. We're just doing intros for the second or third time. Can you feel it?
Mr. Krabs.
What the hell, man? Okay.
Feel it.
As we try to think about intros.
I got this. No, I got this. Let me try.
Something,
I got
right?
this.
Oh, you got one.
You got one?
You want to know what?
Yeah,
Go first.
Go.
Go, do it.
It's Nico. Coming at you from, what you show me?
ErrytingKool.
Everything cool.
ErrytingKool.
You might as well
Midnight
sing something. Anyway, I got this.
Come at it. Boom.
It's like tryouts.
Real.
Tryouts for the new intro.
Okay. Born in 1992. The
Live.
sky opened up and the light came down. And this amazing thing was born. The Aquaman of the Bahamas.
The Aquaman.
Mm.
You got fins? You got fins? You got gills?
You never know.
You could dive in them deep waters?
Listen to
You
me.
know
Once
what
I
it
touch the
is.
water, you don't even know.
Oh.
Bahamian ambassador.
The Bahamian ambassador.
Flash.
Splash.
Devote.
Devote.
Okay.
I love how they have this thing in the back. Like, and you have like female. Devo.
Divo.
I almost might cut this out of y'all. and put on all of my tracks.
Devo.
Who is it? Devo.
Devo. He's
like-
devoted to you.
God damn.
We can record that in the studio.
Strip the audio.
Well, yeah, enough cleared it around. We back. You
But
know.
hold on, so we ain't.
Oh,
You thought you was gonna hide it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
You put
thought,
the- you
I
put the
thought
shades
because-
on the
Yeah,
high?
I really
Oh.
thought because my sunglasses.
That's
you couldn't
no,
see.
Elteshe.
Pretty bright,
Raya
yeah.
Charles. We have
Ray-
Raya
Raya-
Charles.
Raya
It's like
Charles.
it.
All right.
No, she's not Tish. She is Elteshe.
Elteshe.
She is her and him at the same time.
Mother.
Elteshe, aka the most.
The most.
The most.
The
I
most.
don't even have an
Elteshe.
AKA.
Devo.
Elteshe.
My God, no, you can't
He's
take
the
that.
devoted one. He wants to be devoted to you.
To you.
Devote.
Devo.
I can't buy a deep voice.
But that's how we do it on ErrytingKool. So, we was on a short break. You know, we gone over time a little bit, so that's why y'all saw how things. What my
But you know if you can go like do plastic surgery for your voice.
That'd be crazy,
Actually,
right?
That's real why, bro.
I talk to everybody like Jatunde. I just be like, hello.
You think you need plastic surgery?
Wow.
It'll be so.
would it
That's
be
my
plastic
voice.
surgery if you was gonna?
Plastic surgery on the voice.
Just surgery.
That's
on
a
the
why,
voice.
bro.
It's like putting
surgery.
right for probably
Vocal.
vocal surgery.
Vocal surgery.
For vocal surgery.
I get like
I say, if I get vocal surgery, I ain't gonna lie, I always say this. If
Call it the
Tuna.
I always say this, but if I could, the tuna. If I always say this, if I could sing and I could dance, but it was over for a lot of y'all, bro.
Oh yeah.
Not
I can be honest. A lot of people really just say that until it actually was. And then when you get inside our shoes, you'd be like, no. They'd be like, oh my gosh,
Here's a
you can
little bit harder.
sing me something, please.
No. Let me tell you why I said that,
More
right?
difficult.
I feel like I'm so amazing. Those are my two flaws.
Energy.
So if they was in my flaws, it's over.
100 times.
It's over. It is over.
I understand.
She already
Just
know
gas.
what it is.
Just gas.
But yeah. But let's get into where my phone is. Wait, hold on.
That was only 5 minutes.
I know. No, I ain't looking for my phone for the questions, but let's get into what's some of those great stories you had about the studio, whether it be good or bad.
Dwayne, please.
She
go
done
first.
started laughing, so
No, Dwayne gotta go first. He gotta kick it off. He gotta kick it off.
With a story, right?
Yeah, Dread.
yeah.
Nico, I feel like you got a story.
He did say that he had a story.
So what?
But the thing is, right? We had so much great times inside here, right? Like it's
How
hard
much
to
great
like,
time.
Almost all
how
the
much
time.
every time was.
Almost
I don't
all
think
the
we
time.
ever had a time where we came inside here where we just like didn't have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either we and every time we come in, we have like snacks, we might have drinks, we chill, we do music. Like how could you not? Even when we go out,
Real.
we
Yeah.
had moments where we like we tried to do this thing before. Okay,
Uh-huh.
since the time
Uh-huh.
we were trying to do
Don't
like
mind
a
my
vlog.
shorts.
we was trying to do a vlog, and so we had this van.
Oh,
We
I
get like the
remember
selfie
that.
stick, and we had like the selfie camera and everything.
Yes.
And we used to drive around the island just talking. I can't even remember. We had like a whole list of things.
We
Like,
literally drove all the way to Jaws Beach just to do this vlog. It's about 9:00 in the night.
yeah, but
Hold on, so y'all stop at Jaws Beach or
Cause we
Yeah.
just was driving.
you
and
know,
then we just-
going to Jaws Beach late at night and you know,
Yeah.
I feel
like
it.
at times like in the studio,
Uh.
like, at certain sessions like we be late night, like we didn't understand like they're late.
Mhm.
We freestyle inside the booth.
Mm.
And everybody up on the track.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
vibes.
That was
This and this going on. For
Yeah. As we
Lose
live
track
though.
of time.
Yeah.
Always
was
lose
this
track of time.
Yeah,
Having a
bro.
good time.
It was a one time in particular when we did that when one of the other persons in the group, she was having like a bad night, and like we cut on a beat and like she was saying some stuff. And then somebody else came in and we was trying to make her feel better. So we started rapping, then he started rapping. And
Yeah.
like we was coming up with like, we have like an hour worth of like just material where
Yeah,
we
that's
just
crazy.
talking trash. But like at the end of the night, everybody was feeling good. So
Yeah. I think like low key freestyle is underrated. Like, you know, back in my day, I used to be in the living room.
God damn.
I used to be like me. Shout out to Makai and Patrick. Because we used to be like, bro, session on the creek.
Mother.
We literally, like, we had a TV in our living room. And I think I used to hook up my laptop to the TV. And we used to just pull up tracks on YouTube and just freestyle over the beats. Or whatever. And just be up until like 3
Sound
o'clock
good,
in the
huh?
morning. Like, you know. But I always like being in a very lucrative, creative vibe. You know, where you just bouncing ideas off of people. And it's like, you know. It's like, you know, people often think a good time is going out and you going to the club or you going to a party or going to an event. But sometimes, you know, I'm a homebody. So I like, you know, I always would want to create an atmosphere to where I invite people over. Okay, let's say, okay, we set up a little mini studio and then we got all the studio lights and the camera. And that's why I like podcasting. Because it's like, literally it's like, all right, this conversation we would have regularly with people. Let's just record it and put it out so everybody else can.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, so like, you know, or, you know, you record that music. Okay, we have this goal in mind. Let's just be creative. Like, okay, money ain't involved and nothing involved. So let's just do it.
It also inspires people to do the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
People that look at it and
True.
do the same. See?
Yeah. So like, you know.
That's why you gotta be careful what you're putting out there.
Because whatever you put out there, you can't take back.
Real.
This guy spitting tonight, bro. We gonna give you the MVP.
MVP award.
Yo, when I was living in Atlanta,
Yeah.
they used to talk about like the different studios that we could go to or whatever, right? And like so
You talking about in the school or outside the school?
when we not in the school, outside the school.
Yeah.
And they used to talk about the studio that like at least the story that they used to say was like how they had this studio that like even T.I. them used to go to, right? But they never used to record. This like it had like these blue lights just wrap around the room and it
Yeah.
used to create like a vibe, right?
Yeah.
And so people would go inside that they'd drink, they'd smoke, they'd chill, they'd write. And they'd pay all that money, but
Yeah.
never record.
I heard about those
The
stories.
atmosphere.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, you just chilling. It's like, you know, even with the Dreamville sessions with the Revenge of the Dreamer, it's like, you know, they basically recorded like 50, probably like 100 songs in like 4 or 5 days. Just those going from room to room. Okay, you have a session in this room. They convert this room into a studio, this room to a studio. Producers just coming and putting up beats. And then you just like creating, okay, you might chill out, hang out, you know. Even you, if you ain't even recording it, just because you vibing inside there and you got this conversation, it might inspire someone to create this. Like, you know, even I always, like, you know, people think just painting is the purest form. And I'm looking at different, like, paintings on these walls right there.
Yeah.
And if you go with a master painter, it's like, they'll just be sitting down and then get inspiration and go paint whatever on their mind. And musicians is the same way. Okay, yeah, I might have, you know, they always, I remember, I think Tory Lanez was comparing Drake's recording process to Chris Brown's recording process. He was like, Chris Brown recording process is like, he have a party in the studio. And that's what his music sound like versus Drake is more mafioso. So it's like everything's structured. Okay, we gonna come and like you can hear it in the music,
Yeah.
or whatever. So like, you know, whatever vibe, what you trying to do, like, you know. So even not even recording sometimes is good because it's like, all right, I set the tone for whatever I about to deliver.
It have to be like that. Like you have to, when you get in the studio, if you want the best version of your song, I feel like you have to be completely comfortable. I had this dude when I was in Atlanta, right? He used to come to the studio and he'd be inside. He'd be like, "Yo, cut off the lights." I'd be like, "What?" Okay, and then he'd be like, "Bro, you mind if I take off my shirt?" I'd be like,
Okay, yeah, he getting a bit
I'd be like, "Yo,
Really trying to get comfortable.
this
He's
soup."
really
Oh
comfortable.
man,
It was super suspect, right?
I'm trying to. Let me
But
take off my shirt.
he used to
You
go
mind
in
if I
there,
take
he'd
off my
take off
shirt?
his shirt, cut off the lights, and he'd walk around and be like, "Oh, yeah."
Like
And he'd,
DMX.
he'd do some stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then when he actually go to record, it was good. And I'd be
You surprised it was
used to
good.
blow my mind. Yo, when you learn every single artist,
Have
when
their
they come
own
in the
record-
booth, they
like-
always got these like weird quirks. That
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to like. One dude had to like when he go inside, he have to turn his back to the window, so you have to like turn the mic around. Right?
Oh, he don't want you to see him.
Yeah, I,
See ya. Take
like
vibe.
people just got like this weird thing going on, but I've learned to love it because like that's their process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you just go in there and you just make a generic sounding song, like ain't nobody want that. I want to feel your personality.
Yeah.
I want to feel who you are on a
Get the
track.
best out of you.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what we look for in music today. Like we live in a generation full of like people who want to feel emotions, and it's all about emotions.
Everybody
these
want to
days.
feel, not really emotions, but everybody want to feel something.
Yeah,
They want to feel something that's real, feel something that's tangible. Because we feel like we've been lied to most of our lives. So,
Yep.
you know, it's like, all right, people are like, you know, they criticize, like, let's say the love music, R&B today. Like, it ain't about talking about love no more. But it's like, was love really real back then, or they just was faking? Because if you really listen to some of them old school songs, it was dudes just crying and moaning over tracks
Sex.
about, not even just sex, about how they cheated on their girl and they
Yes.
wanted her back.
Yes.
So it's like, it wasn't different.
Apology
It's
songs.
just the music today more unapologetic.
They was having a lot of sex, bro.
Yeah.
Mental stability, all I fall back into that because like they wasn't strong enough to,
To say
come
what they
to
really feel.
situations.
Yeah.
Mm.
But at the same time, they saying these stuff, but they don't really living that life.
Yeah.
That's what they saying. So
Yeah.
They're doing it for the clout.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
frauding going on.
I just feel like back then, music back then, people had like imagination, and it used to
Yeah.
like it used to bleed on a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like now, it's almost like
It's straight up like, okay, I ain't about to fluff this thing up. I about
No.
to say what exactly I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
sex songs actually is the worst, right? Because they just kind of give you a guideline.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is Trey Songz's guide to how to have the best sex with your girl. Like that's all it is, right?
Yeah.
Like they ain't no
Why you have to go ahead
imagination.
and
Yeah.
talk about my boy like that though?
Wow.
You know what? I
Of
feel like
course. I didn't even know people were
Out-
still Chase on
Hold up,
fans.
you going
Hold
on
up.
it too? don't jump on the DeVoe train.
I just asking a question.
I feel like
Yeah.
out of Trey Songz and Cartel, you can buy any of their books on how to have sex because I feel like they just as bad as like the Kama Sutra.
Cartel is a whole different story, though.
No, bro. He raw. He just raw. He'll tell you
Yeah.
exactly how he do it and how he do it and how
Yeah.
much times he do it.
Agreed.
that's how it's supposed to be, but they
Mm.
don't
Yeah.
allow it. You see,
Mm.
I feel like I like the imagination of it. Like I want to hear a song
So
with
you
someone.
want hair pony and think about pony, but it's all
Yo,
different.
you know what? You can make a joke about it. You can make a joke about it, right? But I feel like I want to hear a song.
what R. Kelly song name with the car?
If you take
Ignition?
it- No,
No, not
ignition.
actually ignition too, but it's off
car?
of 12 play. I forget what the song name.
The car.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember car song.
yeah. But even it's the remix, the ignition coming fresh out
That's
the kitchen.
Ignition, bro?
Yeah.
He just said
No,
it.
but I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about it's off of 12 play. Ignition off of is it 2p.com?
It's cool to be straight up,
Yeah.
right? It's cool to be straight up. But what I'm saying is, I want to hear a song and I want my brain to like create a scenario.
The innuendos.
Yeah, like
basically.
if you be like,
Automatically.
It's you.
I met her last night and like, let me see. I have a song.
You want to see a picture?
You want
I
to
paint a
say
picture
you
in
want to
my
say I
head.
took her to
Yeah.
the
As
you listen to
candy
the song.
store.
As you're listening to the song, you can see exactly how it's
Yeah,
gonna play
they put
out.
you in an environment and then allow you to put
create.
you. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly, because
Okay.
like media, like a lot of like the TV, all the TV and the cell phones, and like you always on these things.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
use your imagination.
No, because
Yeah.
everything already there for you.
Right.
When I was younger, everything was in my head. Right?
Yeah.
Everything was in my head, but now it's
Yeah.
like you can just watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't
I
have
mean,
to.
and that sort of leads to a bigger point to like, you know, where it pertains to, I think, you know, spill over to like dating and real relationships with people.
Yeah.
You know, we want to make songs to be like, I want to take you to the candy store, take you to the checkout aisle, spend a couple of dollars.
At least I can come up with something.
Guys sound like Santa though.
Songs these days, they be like insert here,
And
pull back there.
Yeah.
Put
Metro
ahead.
Boomin beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's too straight up. Like I like having some kind of
Shout out
imagination.
You like a
See,
tease.
music, the music industry changed a lot too. Though.
Yeah, it
See,
has.
They start accepting a lot more
anything.
Yeah. Because they see.
But then, like I say, everybody creative in their own way, so you can't really
Yeah.
judge it.
Right.
See,
Fair
so
enough.
I understand why. Everybody will have a certain crowd that like this, a
Mm-hmm.
certain crowd that like that. So,
Mhm.
you know,
Right.
sense hating, dog. There's people
Yeah.
out there that like your
You
shit.
could like it regardless, even if it's
like it regardless.
even if it's just one rock metal song where you can't even
Yeah.
understand their words. You have that
No.
one person in the corner is like, yes, this is what I like.
Like,
This is
who
what I
who would have
like.
thought Old Town Road would have been the biggest song
Okay.
ever in
Like,
2019,
I agree
bro?
with you, but I
Okay,
grew
geez,
up with a
that
lot of old school music.
Same.
Yeah.
You see, they saying like
Yeah.
growing up like old R&B music.
Yeah.
You grew up around old R&B music, rap music, Tupac. You get
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see, they saying you get 50 Cent,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
get Jay-Z, them and what's not. Yeah.
It was
These
just
people like
different,
that.
boy.
Way
And look at
different.
these people now. Look where they start. Look where they come from. And look where they at now.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do the same. That's inspiration.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't be able to do that to inspire others too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta make that real, bro.
Yeah,
So,
right.
do you all think? Because this is an often debate. Do you think like R&B is dead?
Nah, boy. No,
You can't kill a
If
genre,
R&B
bro.
is dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Because the people feel like
just take the right person to come around to bring it back.
yeah, because people feel like it ain't no more like general feeling like in the music. No.
I mean, it's probably not like high ranking right now, but go inside a club and actually play a really hit song from the 90s, an old R&B
No, I
song
mean,
from
like,
the 90s, like
today,
in the
like,
club. Even now, you could go and hit that, even though they don't
No, I
listen
mean,
to
like,
it as often. Eh?
A R&B song made today.
Oh,
Yeah, I,
No,
feel like-
nothing
as
from
in
the past.
I think it's
like
just
you
a
have-
fusion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think the genre is lost, but it's like a fusion of a lot of different types of genres. Yeah, so it ain't gonna sound the same.
Everything elevated.
Yeah, so
More
people
generations
think
coming in, so like they say, it's,
bringing in new
But even
things.
though they're bringing it in, I still feel like
Yeah.
R&B still current. R&B
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
I
Like-
honestly don't feel.
It just takes the right person
Like-
to really bring that back, as you said.
I think her.
Yeah,
Mm.
her,
Is
it's
a-
like
is a
Caesar.
great- yeah.
yeah, you have a lot of dedicated R&B
Yeah.
people.
I can listen to her music, like her. I have like 2 albums on my phone, and I can sit down and listen to all of those songs and just like vibe because like she have good music. Like I used to like Tinashe as well.
Still love
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, like her Aquarius.
I don't know
and
what's going on
Those
with them.
albums,
Mm-hmm.
like yo, it ain't.
You got
gone.
people like Brent Fires. I don't know if y'all know Brent Fires.
No,
Lani too.
who?
Kehlani?
Kalani.
Yeah.
Kalani.
Kehlani, and then Janae Aiko just
Easy
dropped
with
the
Chris
album.
Brown.
Yes,
Yeah, easy with
and that.
I don't know how y'all
Yeah.
feel about Daniel
What's your
Caesar.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Daniel Caesar.
He in a
Yeah.
little bit of controversy, but
Daniel Caesar like black. But then people would debate, okay, like Daniel Caesar or black or what's your boy name? Huh? Like a Bryson Tiller.
on his R&B.
No,
I
because
think
that's
he
what the
does.
debate would be, like
He do
trap soul.
He do trap
Like-
one R&B.
Like
Mm.
like black Khalid.
Yeah.
Khalid's R&B
He do a
too?
lot of
Mhm.
pop.
No, but
crazy.
then no, but they see that that would be the
It's
debate
a mixture.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like does Khalid do R&B? Okay, would it be Weekend Party
No, I'd say
whatever?
I'd say the Weeknd is R&B for
Party
real.
next door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Party
What do
Next
you,
Door
what,
would
do,
be
you- what
R&B.
do you think pop music is?
I mean, but I ain't gonna lie. I was saying this for the longest time. I think music overall is blurred lines, bro. Because like, for instance, I'll use this prime example. You go to a soca fete right now, right? But they'll play some Afrobeat, and you wouldn't know the difference.
No.
Yeah.
You play some Afrobeat, or you play some Latin trap,
Same
or
thing.
whatever.
Every
You,
beat got a 1-2.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like you wouldn't know the difference. You just play it's a vibe, bro.
Yeah, you follow the
Like,
same
or whatever.
scale.
Certain artists they say like their music is pop music. I almost feel like it's popular
Pop,
music.
yeah,
Mhm.
popular, but
But-
pop music is just, I guess, how that top 40 house music.
Yeah.
But then
I
they
don't know.
consider hip hop
I
pop
feel like
music now.
exactly because I feel like pop now stands for popular music,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so like you wouldn't say a Bryson Tiller song is
No, but most of the time they say pop music is something that's like super polished.
Polish. What you mean by polish?
Like it don't sound gritty. Like it's so everything is like precisely EQ'd. It sound like you trying to
I-
grab a hit with it,
Perfect.
like almost perfect.
yeah.
I usually take pop music to be more upbeat.
yeah,
me
that's
too.
what I would
I
say.
was like to be real, right? Like when I first used to have it, I used to think like it was like a mixture, like rock and roll, R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like some kind of techno house
Yeah,
music.
some
It's a
Yeah.
mixture. But like when I see Adele came out and like other people they
Yeah.
start coming up with these, so it almost kind of reminded me like back in the day with Whitney Houston and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that song.
But they'd still call her pop
Which one?
music.
No, they was call her.
No.
What they call Adele?
Dance to
Pop?
somebody?
No, they I know what you're talking about. Off her 21 album, right?
First song she come up with. That's
Living.
There's
I think
a
that's it right
fire. Rolling
Yeah.
in the deep?
Yeah, rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking
Yeah.
about Adele? I thought you was
Yeah.
talking about Whitney Houston.
No.
Yeah,
It's my woman, though.
Real.
What? Whitney
Can't say nothing
Houston?
about her.
My mommy loved Whitney Houston.
My mommy always will say, right, like one of her earliest memories of me singing music was like when I was like a kid, like I had to be like 2 or 3, and she was like washing dishes, and she's like, anytime like I Will Always Love You come on, like I'd be doing whatever, and I'd just stop and I'd be like, whoo, like,
Yeah.
she'd be like, I'd be howling at the song, but yo, that's a good song, like
for the nostalgia
music
of it.
then, like
You can't compare to the music now, in my opinion.
I mean, they have
just
some
love
songs
older
just because
music.
I like Summer Walker. I like.
I mean, yeah, not
Ari
saying that they're
Lennox.
bad.
Yeah.
Not saying that they're bad, but it's just
Yeah.
I love.
From like back then, right?
Yeah.
Like that pick up. Not saying like that's the exact thing, right? But
Yeah.
if you
Influences.
just- if you listen to
Almost
music,
every
Yeah.
see they saying
instrumental
you would pick up on
nowadays.
certain stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
sampling or
Yeah, they were heavily sampling now or
Yeah.
recreating.
Remind you, but it wouldn't
And I always wonder
yeah, it
about
wouldn't
that.
be a copy.
Like, why you think like we can't like artists today can't recreate like create their own original thing? Like because a lot of people just taking from.
I don't feel like they can. I feel like it's just a trend. They're trying to stick on the trend.
Or do you
Yeah.
feel like everything has been done?
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying.
so.
I feel
Yeah.
like they piggybacking off of olden time. That's why I say nothing could ever compare to oldies R&B oldies music.
I think people can come up with new stuff.
They
but
trying to keep it.
Yeah.
I feel like we live in a society where they tell you like, don't try to reinvent the wheel.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so nobody's trying to reinvent the wheel.
No.
Just trying to like,
They ain't in the lab just trying to cook something.
you could do
It's-
10.
Yeah, you could buy something from the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you say?
You trying to get boss rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you flop off an effort,
Yeah.
ain't nobody looking at the effort.
Yeah.
I
That's why I
just
say
failed.
nothing could compare.
I almost feel too with music today. I feel like maybe the way that we mix music now, even though it's
Or even recorded because analog sound way warmer than digital.
exactly like everything, it almost feels now like when we do music, it's super processed and it's nice, like it's perfect. But there's almost like the soul is kind of sucked out of it.
Yeah.
So, because you have a lot of good songs now, like that could probably compete with the ones back then as well. But it's like it's just something that's missing from it, and it's not like something that you can't hear. It's like it's a
soul.
yeah,
Mm.
you
Yeah.
can't.
They used to focus on soul music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
It's like they detach from it.
Yeah.
It's like them on the music when it used to be a fusion of the
Yep.
person on the music.
So, yeah.
This is powerful.
Right.
Well, we're gonna take another quick short break. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna share some studio stories. Is studio love
Oh,
real?
we never get to say no studio stories.
So we about to share some stuff, more stuff, but we're gonna come back on this side of ErrytingKool. Yeah.
That's what we need.
I know you want it. You want it bad. I'll give it to you like you never had. And I ain't gonna go back on you tonight. You want me, you got me. No strings attached to this heartbeat. You
I
tell
want to.
me
If I can do like that,
Stop me, bro.
Oh, all right. So I know y'all wondering why does he have these 3 swords? This is called Katsatsu. You know, I retrieved this from the High Monk Temple. You know, from the Alps.
They have a backstory.
This is called Lior. Look at the hilt as I take it out.
That sword actually is used to destroy a dragon emperor.
Mm.
Put it
Powerful.
back in.
It's very powerful.
I don't want to. And then, you know, I have Conqueror's Hockey, and then, you know, this is my first sword. The Black Revenge.
Or that sounds nice.
That's crazy.
The haki actually causes it to become black.
The hockey causes it to be black. So, like, you know, I poured my hockey into the sword. Let me put it back in the
When you
sheet.
fulfill your prophecy, it
Put
grows.
it back.
Shing.
So now you know the 3-sword style. I actually gonna make a 4-sword style. Anyway, we about. Let me stop talking foolishness. So we about to get into the nitty gritty things. So when you tell your significant other you going to the studio, and you know you ain't going to the studio.
You ain't going to the studio. You know you ain't going.
I can't say anything about that.
We pleading the fifth in there tonight.
I'm pleading the fifth. I'm pleading.
Yo.
Oh,
So I'm going to just stay in my corner.
Oh, that's funny.
You guys
Yeah,
go
this too
ahead.
controversial, bro. It's controversy time.
I'm always to the studio, guys. Always to the studio when I say
But have you ever been dating someone who's insecure? Okay, why you always spending so much time in the studio? Like, yeah, artists all the time, both male and female.
Hell
like,
yeah.
You know, it's always a problem when they go to the studio.
I think it's an
like,
8 Mile wide, bro.
What
You
you
don't
mean?
want your gal get grind. You know what it is? You go to the studio, meet your gal getting grind on the board.
Oh man,
Must be nice.
Oh, yeah.
For somebody, it must be nice.
somebody gonna lose their gal tonight.
Easy.
Somebody gonna touch it for you.
Ah, Lord.
Be involved. If you want to be insecure, be involved.
Be involved.
I mean, I feel like people don't understand the life of an entertainer. You know what I mean? I feel like once people get in the shoes of being an artist, being an entertainer in general, rather than you being just hosting a karaoke night at a club, regardless, being that type of entertainer, you may think you have the time, but you never have the time, babe.
Yeah,
and if
for
you
real.
do, you have like 2 minutes and you have to hurry up, do that in that 2 minutes with no procrastination.
Call it quickie.
You know what I mean? Because the only thing you're doing is entertaining, making sure that whoever that you're around having an amazing time. Also yourself, pushing out your music and also doing more for yourself and other people. You ain't thinking about no little
No.
in your phone or something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? So rather than judge or assume, it's best to ask questions. Hey, you in the studio today? How long you gonna be? You know what I mean? Something like that, but never assume. Assumptions really just hurt
Assumptions
a relationship.
definitely.
Because it's the wrong thought. You see, it's
Right.
Yeah.
wrong thought.
They're working off of some kind of negativity.
That's unintentional.
It right. You be trying to work on what we doing.
To be honest, I feel like in any career, right, especially as a creative, when you have a partner, right, I feel like not only should they try and understand what you about, but I feel like they should try to be a part of it. I feel like for me,
Get involved.
yeah, because like if I was with somebody and they was doing something that I don't know about, like let's say I was with a nurse, but I can't speak like medical jargon. I'd probably read up on it and I'll like do what I can so that we could conversate, so I could make you feel like I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And as artists, we spend so much time in here, and you have to go to your job and everything. And so, like, as my partner, I feel
Personal
like, you know
time.
what? Why don't you come through too? Try to enjoy the studio with me. But then if you don't stress me about it.
No.
Right. And that's
You know?
the problem. They always don't want to come, but yet want to always ask who there.
Yeah.
What?
So do y'all feel it probably would be better to date a creative person? Because they'd probably be more.
No, not
understanding.
exactly.
They just gotta be
I ain't saying they gotta be a musician.
I think
just
it-
saying they create, like they feel they're not doing an atypical job. Like
No, I just kind of feel like you just need to date somebody that's supportive.
Right.
Like if,
understand it.
yeah, like
Definitely.
if you supportive, like I good with that. Like you could come through with me. We could sit in the studio and enjoy the time together. Like we told you, it's a vibe in here. Why would you not want to be a part of that anyway? And if you don't, at least understand that what I'm doing in the long run is for us. At the end of the day, for us to move forward. Like
Right.
and I try to make a difference. So it's just support. Like a lot of people don't really support each other. Like it's kind of selfish. Yeah, like you in the studio all day, every day. What about me? Ain't you
But
gonna
then
spend
if you're
time with
like-
me?
Yeah, you gotta leave on the street.
Insecurities
Bro.
always.
You gotta leave outside.
Oh, man.
Look at it
Close the
like
door.
this way. If you won't be like that, when you want support, or you feel like you can always be like, hey, yo, vibe. You see they saying, you feeling like you can't get over this or I can't get over this, you know, girls and this and like you feel like you ain't get yourself together, you feeling like I ain't get myself together.
It's poison.
Yeah.
Separate for a minute.
Yeah.
So y'all ain't gotta look. Things get done on good terms too.
Yeah.
People is made that choice for that to end on a bad term.
That's
Definitely.
That's how you play your cards.
Yeah.
More time. Wait, y'all come to agreement. If y'all really serious about it, if it's a really serious vibe and y'all say y'all really have real feelings, come to agreement.
Right.
Fair enough.
A lot of people afraid of confrontation, bro.
A lot of people don't know what it is to communicate.
A lot of people are insecure. Yeah.
Right.
In a lot of relationships, I feel like people don't like to lose, and they feel like if they have to compromise for the other person, they feel like they're losing, and nobody want to lose, so nobody want to back down.
Yeah.
And so, I have to come to the studio just so I can spend time with you. That ain't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I good. They be like, that ain't good enough. I feel like you need to spend more time with me at home.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Selfish.
Doing what?
That's being selfish.
Nothing.
You shouldn't be dating a person that is selfish, who only thinking about herself. Why you don't try and think about the outside? Think about what if you was in these shoes with being in the studio and actually want to make better for yourself.
I think the worst thing for artists in a relationship is when they have somebody that don't really support them. Like they listen to like if I do R&B, they listen to every other R&B artist besides me.
Yeah.
But when my music started to hit, they bandwagon. Like they jump on the bandwagon. What?
Leave outside.
I mean, that's with everybody, like, you know, because it's like
real.
It's like, you know.
That's why I say you don't have full confidence in yourself. Because people that always let you down, but human beings.
Yeah.
Fickle.
They always have brutal opinions, and that's fine. You have people who would like your stuff. You have people who won't. You have people who actually mess with the devil. You have people who don't.
Yeah.
But if you with someone, just support them, though. In whatever business or whatever you in, you just gotta support your significant other or let them be so that somebody could actually support them. We have people who come and then
one time.
Yeah. We have people who come along and they'll break you. And then you become broken, and then you find somebody good, and it's like this cycle that keeps on going on and on and on.
But you know what's so crazy? You have them saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna come to the studio," whatever. But you would probably have past friends who you've been to school with, who would come to the studio every time you invite them, no matter what they do. If they have to come an hour late, they'll be there. And then the next thing you know, the significant other, Jesus.
Yeah, tongue twister.
Just always catching feelings and making you feel like you doing something when you know you ain't.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get in their minds that, okay, this girl always here, this guy always here.
And
why?
I want to ask you just a quick question. Like, so, you know, from a female perspective.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
No, because like
you're the only one here.
I know.
So like, how is it for you to date, and then for your significant other to feel like, oh, you about to be in the studio with a bunch of guys or whatever?
Okay. So.
Should be rough.
Yeah, this rough. This tough. No, but I feel like, as we all say, and as Dwayne said, support. If you don't feel comfortable with me being around a lot of guys, I grew up around a lot of guy friends. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable with that. I've always been the tomboy in the family amongst any other female. Yeah, there's still like dolls and stuff like that doing hair, but I was always that person who want to run around the yard with everybody else, drive bikes, cut my knee, don't care. You know what I mean? So
he was a tough kid.
But at the same time, if you are so insecure to not trust me to just do my job, then bring yourself to the studio with me and always be there with me. But if you come to the studio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times and see it's just strictly work, then you should be able to trust me enough to stay home or do what you have to do and not give me the hard time and make me stress over this and the work ethic that I'm doing.
That's another thing I have a big issue with. Like, life is hard already. Like, you have a job, a 9 to 5.
And you have to do this.
And then you have somebody stressing you out as well. When do you have time for, like, peace? You know what I mean?
Let's get this paper and be happy.
Yeah, let's
get this paper and be
Let's
happy.
do it together.
What it is,
Why we can't do it?
teamwork make the dream work, right?
So I have a question for over you guys. So, especially for you, since you're an engineer. So, let's say in your whole time of engineering, because I listen to other music-based podcasts a lot, and, people like Joe's podcast, Joe Budden's podcast, like they'll get off about how dudes get off the whole, they find a chick, and you'll be like, yeah, I can record you sing. And then you use that to like alley-oop you to like, get a number and get close or whatever. So, has that ever occurred with you or anybody you know? Same question for you.
Repeat that question.
So have you used basically
Yes.
You gotta repeat that first.
No,
have you used the studio to get?
Yeah.
No, not even necessarily to get. Have you used the studio to court a potential mate or a potential good time?
You make that song so good.
Yeah. How do you finesse?
Make something raunchy sound good.
Because I am the three swordsman.
I feel you.
Humble.
We talking about the studio love thing.
What kind of extent you trying to?
No, I mean any extent. Like if you just say, "Yo, hey, we gonna come to your studio. You can come to the studio. We can record you. We make you sound like you could sing, man. We got a studio. We could cut one song. I could put you on the hook.
That type of way.
Yeah.
Listen to me. The come on line is, I have a studio. you say it again in the voice. What you doing tonight, man? I'm in the studio.
Hi.
Oh, you in the studio? I can't slide through too hard. Of course you
yeah,
can't.
they didn't even invite themselves for real.
Sometimes I just would bring them.
Yeah. They slide through and they be like, oh my God, I never been in the studio before. Oh my God, your music lit.
Yeah, man.
And then they record everything. And that'll be the last time they in the studio.
Yep. Yeah. It's a good time, though.
Yeah, but it'll still be a good time.
I feel like I use the pod. I be like, yo, I got a pod. Oh, I didn't believe you.
Put you online.
Let me pull up a couple like pages and stuff like that, and then I know what this keep looking about.
It's all about the cloud.
It is all about the guy. I be like, yo, yeah, this is what I got
cloud,
working
bro.
on. No, but that's crazy though. Like, okay, it's not to go. Because I know some of my viewers tired of me doing these relationship type segments and things.
I talk about relationships a lot.
But
you was talking about relationships a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's always
start calling it Cupid.
Yeah. But
Cute.
I just was
I get spooked.
Open.
That's what I just said. I was like, wait, hold on. Y'all get ghosts?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh man, hold on. Y'all got a part of me. This everything cool. See, everything is cool. Let's be everything cool. All kind of things is happening me. Of course,
Everything
Ghosts. I know about that.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But back to what I was saying, it's crazy how you just introduce yourself as Dwayne, but then as soon as you be like, I'm DeVoe, the artist, things change.
Yes, sir. I don't even have a low pitch voice, and I be trying to say it.
Or,
Sound like a 13-year-old. Yes, sir.
Elteshe Williams will be introduced as Elteshe, but as soon as she harmonizes, it's Elteshe.
Mm-hmm. It be like that sometimes.
It always like that for her.
But like people be, I guess I think it's you somewhat going towards someone's fantasy when you be creative, because they always feel like the creative arts are so out of reach and they're not talented enough to do anything, whether it be acting, singing, or crafting anything, whether it be some artisan medium, whether it be sculpture or painting or probably a dancer or things like that. It plays with them. Right? They feel like that's what celebrities is doing.
I could be really honest with you. Bahamian talent is so underrated. In general. Like
preach, sister, preach.
It really is. Caribbean talent, I feel, is very underrated. I feel like if we ain't in the States, we ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, the exposure ain't the same.
It's just like a circle. We feel like it's a circle because it's just in the Bahama Islands. and they feel like it ain't going nowhere else, I'm pretty sure it is. You just have to push yourself to that extent.
Yeah, that's why I implore everybody to travel. You know, that's why.
But it shouldn't only have to be traveling. People actually staying in their own houses in the States just getting big.
No, but they traveling a little bit too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like the thing about it is, okay, let's take for instance, let's say Summer Walker, right?
But even look at Blueface, not to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Blueface, he blew up in California, like local shows.
Yeah,
And
because
just
he was
put some videos
going to people's schools like junior high and high schools performing in the parking lot.
And he
So it's
stayed
like-
though.
In his state.
And
So
he
it's like
stayed in his
you
city.
got to get that home love, but then you got to
Time.
know when to be like, all right, let me take this show on the road
Right.
or whatever, and network with different people.
That's kind of the problem. The networking thing. People don't really know how to
Network.
No.
network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
And then traveling does broaden your horizon
Yeah.
and how you view the world. Because I realize being in the Bahamas, your perception of how the world works is like boxed in heavily. And when you travel, you kind of get to understand different types of people and how people are. And through that, it can kind of, because the whole black crowd syndrome thing, I feel like we probably grow up to
Being
fall
wary of
into
that.
right?
Yeah.
And I feel like you travel and you see life and how people do things. And when you see that, then you come back and you're like, you know what? I want to have a team. I don't want to go.
Just take your mind from being so boxed in.
Yeah. I feel like I don't ever want to be at the top by myself looking down. I want everyone to be up with me so we can enjoy it because there's enough space.
And that was always my knock with Bahamian artists. I'd be like, you're so talented. You got so much potential, but why y'all don't you want to travel? Like you ain't gonna blow from Nassau.
Right.
You ain't
That's
gonna
the
blow
truth.
from Freeport.
Yeah,
You gotta
no
take it on the
expansion
road.
over here.
Eventually, you gotta take it on the road, whether it be in the U.S., Canada, UK, because we often think the U.S. is one market, but it's like, bro, we live in a whole global thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you can't get it popping in the U.S., you could go to Japan and get a mill is a mill, bro.
Europe, UK.
So like
Yeah,
a
for
mill
real.
is a mill.
That's true.
Like
real.
you worrying about, oh, I want to be on MTV. But listen, worry about the dough, worry about producing great content, worry about people loving you, what you do.
Get the money.
Yeah. You always could flip it back and be like,
with it.
yeah. So it's like, like once you making a living on what you're doing and less focus on the fame of it, then it's like,
And that's the thing. People more focus on the amount of attention that they'd get from it rather than actually doing it wholeheartedly.
That's
Exactly.
why you see so much trendy things.
Right.
If you can get one or two people to listen to your music and they can change them, you've done well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You've done well. Because
It only takes one person.
I always think when I make a song, I'd be like, you know what? I know I ain't a crazy person. Like, I know, for real, like, I know I ain't a crazy person. I feel like I listen to popular music. I listen to music, good music. And so I know if I make a song, people will probably listen to it too because I know it'll be good music.
Yeah.
And I want people to hear what I got to say. I want to.
Right.
I have another dude on our team. He's a phenomenal speaker.
Yeah.
And I mean, poetry 100.
Man, I need to go in the booth and read some poetry.
Andrew.
Like,
Yeah.
dude is crazy good, right?
That's good.
And his passion, more than like making money or anything, he wants to reach out to people. He want to change people and help their minds. Like, he want to be a healer of the mind. And he want people to see life from different perspectives.
He good at it too.
He is. And so, like, he's the kind of people that's the kind of person, like, I want to be around because I can always go to him and listen to him talk and get something from him.
Yeah, he make you better.
I don't want to.
Instantly.
Yeah, you don't want to be around people who are gonna make you worse. So,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
yeah,
Or
like,
speak badness.
Yeah, you always want to be
Positive
around
vibe.
positive vibes,
Positive,
positive energy.
See, it's easy to do negativity. You know? That's
Very
the easiest
easy,
thing.
yeah.
'Cause that already built in us. We born
Yeah.
with that. You see, they saying we born in sin. So the hardest thing to do is to do something positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like, it's easy to destroy, but it's hard to build.
Mhm.
Like, I could knock down this whole building just with one bomb, but I
Yeah, I
got,
look
with the
at it-
building,
It's hard
Brick
to
by
we
brick.
tell ourselves it hard though.
Real.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because it's all what you put in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's hard because
It's a
people are
choice.
selfish, but it's hard because to be positive sometimes means you have to give yourself.
Yeah.
You see what I say? When you have to give yourself, people ain't trying to do that. People trying to get what they can get and slide.
Real.
They ain't trying to give
Get a little
themselves.
bit of value and go.
That's and I hate to bring up relationships again. I'm so sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Relationships
Like,
again, right?
Yes, this is the relationship part, the traveling part.
No, it's
like-
not. I apologize for it, but like it's in a like when you in a lot of relationships today. I feel like I look at relationships like 2 cups.
Yeah.
And let's say 2 cups filled with water at the halfway mark, right? I feel like you should be pouring into each other, right? That way you stay balanced. In most relationships, one person pouring all of that energy and effort into the next cup.
Until the cup overflows.
Yeah.
No, but the cup don't even overflow because the next cup empty.
Yeah, like you have nothing left.
No,
in
but
that
they
cup.
getting the water from somewhere else, you know.
The thing is, that's
still
when
bringing
you
it back.
that's when you actually go ahead and choose sacrificial emotion, and that's when you sacrifice all of how they feel for your own feelings.
Yeah.
And that may be the hardest thing to do because we all are good people and we tend to try to make other people good people or find the good in other people. And most of the time that isn't so. That's not your job to do that. It should be automatic.
Accept it for what it is and move on.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Just
That
move
simple.
on.
Until real
But
talk.
It may be hard, but it's very simple once you put your mind to it. It's all about choices.
See, is
Yeah.
if we keep ourselves stuck on the feeling and the emotion behind it,
Mhm.
you gotta be like, babe, if you ain't, but you gotta leave them feelings and stuff. On
Yeah,
the side
if
and
it
shit.
ain't
You have
working,
billions of
what you
people
got
in the
stuff to
world.
do. You got stuff in this life you gotta deal with, bro.
Yes.
People are just trying to break generational curses. And this ain't personally, you know what I'm
Hey.
saying?
Man.
Mhm.
And
Preach.
this ain't only about love, you know. Like this
Yeah.
is everything, but like
No, for real.
people
Yeah,
are
everything
selfish
is
that
all-
way. Like
Everything is
even though
relative.
You
But
working
you
in
gotta
a
be
job.
selfish with yourself.
And you
Real.
gotta
That's something
also
don't-
realize
No,
you
That's
got
why we
billions
fall
and
off.
billions and billions
Yeah.
of people in the world. You don't only have that one person.
yeah.
No, but then to that too, bro, you should have yourself first.
Right.
Well, before the billions and billions of
Happiness.
people. So it's
How
like
could you love
happiness
someone
over
but cannot
anything.
love yourself?
exactly.
Be happy. Like you can't put that pressure on someone else to make you happy. Wait, that's your responsibility.
That's crazy.
If you
bro.
can't love
See, they
yourself,
say-
how could you love somebody else, babe?
That's what
It's
they
that
saying.
simple.
You can't put that responsibility on someone else.
No.
And then how could if you can't?
We supposed to be able to make ourselves happy.
Yeah.
Share happiness.
Just share happiness. Yeah.
That's a
It's a vibe, right?
Man, it's a
Yeah.
vibe.
Everything has come back
Right.
together.
Yeah.
what you doing. That's
Yeah.
And then the thing about it is, if you don't love what you're doing, how you gonna love what someone else doing?
Right.
Because you can't really see the big picture.
No.
Exactly. You so
Just
narrow-minded.
looking like, for what's going on right now. You ain't looking at
That's why.
What could be. Right.
Yeah.
What could be.
That's why I said people are selfish, and being selfish isn't always a bad thing. You have to be able to be selfish sometimes for your own good, but you got to know when it
Balance.
applies or when it doesn't.
Yeah.
And we take from people without trying to give anything back.
Yeah.
And it just shouldn't be like that. I feel like we moving up. Ain't no reason I can't get on the ledge and pull you up, and then you climb up, and then you pull me up. We could get to the top together.
Mm.
We're
Yeah,
just trying
real.
to just bring you down,
Look
bro.
at
Like,
it. Wait, the world to the point where we using people when we supposed to be using things.
Wow.
So,
Following things, but not following.
Wow.
You see they saying?
that's a song. That's a line. You better put that
We
in the song.
using people and we using things. But all people want is things, bro. Things.
Be like that though, but
That's
Yeah.
what the mind. That's
not
what the
everybody
mind.
like that.
That's the
You'll
line for the
find-
night.
Yeah.
And-
Things.
And that's so crazy, babe.
Ting them.
We would rather freak
Damn.
out automatically over a scratch on our car, but wouldn't even freak out. Should I finish it?
Go for it and finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what
I
you're
would
doing.
get bashed from it though.
Don't worry about
Well, no,
that.
go ahead, man.
But-
Listen, everything gonna be
protect
cool,
it.
you know.
It's so hard to actually accept the fact that you have that scratch in your car, but yet so easy to leave somebody who thought loved you.
She spitting.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, why is materialistic things have to be such a number one factor in the world right now? When love, like wholesomely love somebody, a human being, somebody who basically is the same person as you. Why you can't love that person the way that you love this one Sorry.
That's what you know.
We gonna put that splash. No, go ahead.
We can put the dolphin noise.
We can put the splash, the dolphin noise.
Yeah.
You want to show it, Ronnie Monk, right? No.
I'm sorry, but it's just serious.
No, go ahead.
How could you put so much effort into trying to like make what I'd say an image out of yourself because of something that could be gone in like seconds? Where you have somebody who could possibly last your whole entire life.
Someone can fall in love from this podcast.
Yeah. We can make love. Studio love. So what next y'all got coming up? You know, what y'all want to let the people know?
Well, basically after that, after our song, I basically started to write a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to write very, very fast. I have about 4 songs that I already wrote and done with. I just have to record it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a banger, hopefully.
Hey.
It's a flowful song, whereas people would jam to it, guys and girls, you know what I'm saying? Females,
right.
males, women.
That's right.
You know, it's a boss up song / you'll see. I don't want to put too much information, but I'm going to go over different genres where it comes down to upbeat. I'm not a big rapper. I'm more of a soulful
Man, how
singer.
she was riding. Listen, we going.
No,
Yeah, the flow is
We're gonna take
pretty.
you behind the scenes after this.
The flow is on one.
I'm not a big rapper. I'm more of a soulful R&B singer. I give off that I'd say Tiana Taylor, Kalani, Janae Aiko type of vibe. But it's catchy. I like to make songs that is catchy. Like right off the back, you remember, wow, that's Elteshe song. You know, so right now that's what I'm working on.
Elteshe.
I'm working on that right now.
You need to separate the L and Tish, man.
No, that's not my name.
You need a branding, man.
If I have a dash between my name, that's not my name.
You want people to
No, but I'm saying you need a branding manager.
I mean, why not?
All right, we can talk after this
Okay.
show.
Say that. You got an opportunity, guys.
Big collab.
Devote.
Devote.
Yes.
Devote.
Yes.
Devote. The
So-
devoted one.
The devoted one.
Wait, I love that. I almost made the dolphin sound just now.
I made the same mistake
Funny
I
thing is, I
did.
got a head in my head.
Yeah. The dolphin sound. Yo, in our group alone, we got so much stuff coming out right now. Like, we have a bunch of bangers, like, for real. We have a 420 song coming out. Definitely, we got a 420.
You still got time.
Yeah. We want to drop something this month as well. And we have different artists in our group. So Nico about to drop, Tish about to drop, I'm about to drop. We have associated artists with us.
Oh yeah, and I got some artists to bring to him too.
They about to drop at some point too. Like
Stay tuned.
2020
Everybody
gonna
on the
just
way.
be like a big year. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna just drop. We have a video dropping for No Strings. The promo video we did. We want to do another video. Like a, we want to do a big thing, and
Very big.
we just have so much stuff. We even, I won't even tell you everything, but we got some plans.
A
We have
lot.
like some plans. We about to start performing. We about to get out there. There's a lot of stuff going on, man.
But thank y'all for watching ErrytingKool.
Hey.
Peace, love, transparent. Look at me saying transparency. I messed up. So I messed up the outro. Moving on to bigger and better things. Like, we want to have someone 2 multi-cams, big setups. Actually, the ironic part is where the studio is, our new studio, where we're going to be recording most of our pods are probably like 2 corners down. So we're going to be in the area between here and there. But peace, love, you know what it is. Thank you for watching ErrytingKool. If you want to sponsor the show, hit us up at the Original People Network at Gmail. Slide in our DMs, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Bring the money.
That's right.
Bring the money. And then, you can follow all these guys. Their links and all the info can be in the description.
Remember, the devoted one, apparently.
The devoted one. So, and Yeah, see.
Yeah.
ErrytingKool.
Yeah.